A few weeks ago, I reacted to this person called Baseplate. Well, this YouTuber called Baseplate. And as we all know, he is basically like the Zack D Films, but of Roblox. Like, basically, he makes Zack D Films content where it's like informative or so on, but it's on Roblox. Now, when I last made the video about him, a lot of you guys said that almost all of the stories that he said or talked about were real. What? What? So in today's video, we are going to be reacting to him again, and we are going to see if these are actually real, because I am going to look up each story that we react to, because there's no way that some of these stories that he went over were real. So first things first, let's go ahead and look at this one. 2 days ago, the pig stare. What the heck? And by the way, he just hit 500,000 subs. Congrats, my G.
A kid was playing in his family's pigsty when he turned to his dad and said, "One of the pigs has a crush on me." His dad didn't get it at first.
Dog. What the heck was this line? That's not real. That's not real. All right. That's not real. I'm not buying that.
So he asked more questions, and the kid explained that one pig kept staring at him. It followed him along the fence, and even while eating, it would look up at his face. That night, his dad got rid of the pig. The kid thought he just wanted pork, but later he found out the real reason. Normal pigs don't look at people like that. They eat with their heads down and ignore everything. A pig that keeps glancing up at you has already gotten a taste for meat, and it's smart. It's watching when you come in, how long you stay, if you're alone. So that pig didn't have a crush on him. It was figuring out how to eat him.
Is that real? Is that real? Hold on. Now I got, look, I'm Googling it. Hold on. The pig stare. Yeah. What does it mean when a pig stares at you? When a pig stares at you, it is usually a sign of curiosity, emotional awareness, or instinctual assessment rather than aggression. Okay, wait. What does it mean if a pig stares at you? A pig that you own stares at you. Hold on. No, we gotta look this up. When a pig stares at you, it's usually, okay, well, it's basically the same things, all right? What it doesn't usually mean, it's not typically a sign of aggression unless paired with other warning behaviors like snorting, earring, flicking, or moving away. A steady, calm stare is more likely to be friendly or inquisitive. Okay, well, I mean, I don't know. Is this real? I mean, it might be real. Hold on. Let me see what the comment says. Now, humans eating pigs in 100 years, pigs outsmarting and eating humans. When a pig stares at you, that is nearly impossible to be the reason. Most of the time, pigs do that when they see someone they are familiar with, whether positively or negatively. What it could do to you depends on how you treated it. Okay. So, I mean, it was real, but then again, it was also fake. I don't know. Let's keep going, though. Okay, let's do this one.
This is Mr. Smiles.
That's bro. See, look, it gets to a point, bro. I know I keep pausing it before each one, but bro. Okay, let's watch.
At least that's what 5-year-old Leo called his imaginary friend. His mom thought it was cute when Leo left dinner scraps by the closet so Mr. Smiles wouldn't starve. But soon, things got scary. Leo whispered, "Mr. Smiles hates when you cry in the bathroom." His mom froze. She only cried there late at night while Leo slept. Days later, Leo said, "Mr. Smiles likes your new pajamas." Her blood ran cold. They were still hidden inside a sealed package. The breaking point came Tuesday. Leo ran into her room crying and grabbed her arm. "Mr. Smiles says lock the door tonight. He's coming out to stretch his legs." Terrified, she grabbed a flashlight and crept into Leo's room, hearing heavy breathing from the closet. When she shined her light through it, she didn't see an imaginary friend. Mr. Smiles was a 40-year-old man.
Oh, heck no.
And he'd been living in their walls for months.
I'm not even gonna look that up. That's creepy. That's creepy, and to make things worse, it's nighttime. I don't want to look that up at all. What? Imaginary friend to a creepy 40-year-old man? Oh, that's just Cupcake. He's nice. Holy, I was expecting it to be a monster or something. Wait, is this a real story though? Mr. Smiles is honestly a chill guy. Even wait. My For You page decides to show me while it's 2 a.m. Bro, last short before bed. Wait. Is this real? The fact that the 40-year-old man was probably more terrified that the woman, what? Wait, okay, someone comment down below and look this up. Is this real? Because I'm not looking this up. You got me messed up. All right, let's look at another one.
A boy walking home from school stepped on something hidden in the dirt. A steel trap snapped shut on his ankle and shattered the bone. He screamed for hours before anyone found him. It turned out a poacher had been setting illegal traps all over the woods near the village. The poacher heard the boy screaming from his truck, looked over, and drove away. The boy survived, but walked with a limp for the rest of his life. He was 11. He never...
Ooh, have you guys ever broke a bone before in your body? I've never broken a bone in my body, but I just know that pain is probably horrible. Ooh.
Left those woods. He learned every trail trail, every tree, every sound the forest made, and became the head ranger of the entire region. Years later, the same poacher returned, older, greedier, setting the same traps in the same woods. The ranger tracked him for weeks. He didn't arrest him. He didn't call it in. He started clearing every trail the poacher used except one. He blocked paths, moved markers, and rerouted tracks until there was only one way left to walk. The poacher followed it deeper and deeper. Then a snap echoed through the trees. One of his own old traps, still buried from years ago, closed on his ankle. The ranger stepped out from behind a tree. Same trap, same woods, same ankle. He knelt beside him and said quietly, "I limped out of these woods when I was 11. Let's see if you can do the same."
Nah! Yo, I'm not gonna lie, that's aura right there. Is that motion? Is that motion what he just did? I limped out of these same woods. Let's see if you could do it, little bro. Yo, bro, yo, bro, is that okay? But is that real though? Thanks for the tutorial, Kel. Wait, what? Is this real though? You can go to prison for hurting someone in any way. Bear traps counts too. 5 to 15 years for assault. But how is it assault if that guy placed it himself? Ranger hunter could be charged, but if a ranger hunter didn't charge, what? Yeah, he didn't place the trap. Wait, how could he get arrested if he didn't even place the trap though? Someone let me know because what? All right, let's see this one.
In this world, every person is born with their death date printed on their
All right, this is fake. This has to be fake.
wrist. So everyone plans their whole life around it. One day, a boy named Kai was born with a blank wrist. The doctors argued for years. Half said he was immortal. Half said he was an error. Kai decided to believe the first one. And when you think you have forever, nothing matters today. He quit things the second they got hard. He never told anyone how he felt because he could always do it later. He skipped dinner with his mom on a Tuesday because with forever, there's always another Tuesday. There wasn't. At 40 in a dream, he finally found the being who assigns the dates and demanded to know what a blank wrist meant. The being just looked at him and said, "It doesn't mean forever. It means we don't know. Could be 50 years. Could be tonight." Kai wasted his entire life because he assumed he had time. In that world, only one person had a blank wrist. In ours, every single person does.
Okay, I mean, that was nice. That seems like a folklore thing. I can always rely on this guy to drop the most theoretical S out of nowhere. Yo, 6'7", 2026. Yo. Yo, that's funny. All right. So that's clearly not real. Wait, but I think that other one was real. The bear trap one and this pig one, I think those were real. Let's see this one.
In this world, everyone waits at a bus stop. You're born on the bench. Nobody has ever seen the bus, but everyone knows it's coming. And when it comes, it takes you to the life you're supposed to have. So people wait. Your parents waited. Their parents waited. Some people sit on that bench for 60 years and die still watching the road. Behind the stop is the dark, and nobody goes there, because what if the bus comes while you're gone? Then one day you stand up and walk into the dark. 10 steps in, you find it. The bus was parked there. Engine warm. Every seat empty. But the driver's seat is empty too. Taped to the wheel is a note. Nobody is coming to drive this. It only moves if you move it. You sit down and finally understand what everyone has thrown their lives away on. The bus was never late. It was never lost. It was just waiting for you to stop being a passenger.
Okay, all right. So it seems like, what it seems like is that his shorts or his stories are a mix of real life events and also fake events. Well, fake theoretical stuff. Let's see this before we actually go and look at his older shorts, where I'm pretty sure it was off of real life scenarios.
In this world, no one can lie.
Yeah, okay,
so when a man named Eli realized
world.
he could, he became the most powerful person alive.
Wait, what did it say?
In this world, no one can lie. So when a man named Eli realized he could, he became the most powerful person alive. He told a bank his account held millions, and since no one could even imagine a lie, they believed him instantly. He told investors his company would change the world, and they handed him everything. He lied his way into mansions, into fame, into a wife who adored him. Nobody ever questioned him, because to question someone meant assuming they might lie. But late one night, staring out over his empire, he felt completely empty. So he did the thing that always worked. He looked in the mirror and said, "I'm happy. This is enough. I have everything." And for the first time in his life, it didn't work. That's when Eli understood the cruelest part of his gift. He could lie to the entire world, but the one person he could never fool was himself.
Yo, I'm gonna be honest. You know what this sounds like? All right, look, guys, I watch anime a lot. This sounded like Code Geass. Quote me if I'm wrong. Does it not sound like Code Geass? Lelouch v Britannia. I command. All right, I'm going straight anime nerd. Bro, there's gotta be someone in here that says that this sounds like Code Geass. Like it sounds like a Code Geass. There's no way no one even thought of that. Am I the only one? I Lelouch v Britannia. Command. Oh my gosh. Am I the only one? Come on, bro. Come on. All right, let's look at some of his oldest stories and see if they actually played real life scenarios. The soldiers found a crazy loophole. The dust Act like a weird filter. It refused. Okay, yeah. I'm not gonna lie. These actually seem like he didn't know if the yeah. Okay, so these actually seem like real stories. And trapping someone for over 50. What the heck? Let's watch.
A group of perfectly sane people checked into insane asylums to see if doctors could catch them faking, and the results literally broke the system. 8 volunteers walked in with one simple lie, claiming they heard a voice whispering thud, empty, or hollow. That was it. Yet somehow that got every single one locked up. Here's where it gets crazy. The second they got inside, they dropped the act entirely and behaved perfectly normal. But doctors still labeled them with severe schizophrenia, trapping some inside for over 50 days. When Stanford published the study, the medical world panicked. One offended hospital challenged the researchers.
Send us your fakes for 3 months. We'll catch them.
Over the next 90 days, the hospital proudly flagged 41 patients as frauds and suspected 42 more. They were incredibly confident. But then Stanford dropped the ultimate plot twist. They hadn't sent a single fake patient. A group of perfectly sane
Wait. Whoa. Okay, now that's real. That is real, right? He's over here quoting like actual like stuff, like Stanford University. Like that's real, right? Hold on, let me see the comments. This makes me think. Imagine the amount of people who weren't actually crazy, got fakely booted into one of those and ended up actually going insane because of the treatment and the loneliness. That is actually facts. Wait, that's actually facts. When you suspect people of not being insane, then you become one in the process. Dang! But here's where it gets crazy. Was that an pun? Was that an intentional pun? Yo, the fact that he called that? Yo, oh my, no, that's actually crazy though. All right, let's see this one.
Did you know there was a bear that fought in World War II alongside the Polish? It started when soldiers...
Cap. Hold on. No. There's no way there was a bear that fought in World War II. What? Woj Tech? What? That's an actual... Look at the cute little bear. Oh, I could hug you. I wouldn't do that though. Wait, Woj Tech, a Syrian brown bear, was adopted by Polish soldiers during World War II and officially enlisted, famously carrying artillery shells at the Battle of Mont Cassino. What? Let's watch.
In the Middle East traded food to a kid for a baby bear. At first, he was just a pet. They named him Wojtek, kept him in their tents, and fed him milk and honey. But soon, that tiny cub grew into a 6-foot-tall, 500-pound giant. When it was time to deploy, strict laws said animals couldn't travel. Instead of leaving him behind, the soldiers found a crazy loophole. They officially drafted him. Registering him as Private Wojtek let him bypass the rules and head straight to the front lines. There, he actually put in work carrying heavy artillery shells. He even accidentally became the ultimate spy detector. Whenever enemies snuck into camp, they'd come face to face with Wojtek and completely freak out, instantly blowing their cover.
What? Yo, wait, that's hard. Wait, what the heck? For those who think he died in war, no, he didn't. After the war, he was moved to a zoo. Dang! Is that... No, that's actually motion. In Poland, people actually believe that Wojtek was smoking cigarettes. Bro, what? Imagine you just spying on someone and suddenly seeing a big A bear. No, for real. Wait, for real though. What the heck? Wait, dang, that's crazy because it's a real story too. Oh, nah. Okay, all right. You know what? Let's see the next one. All right, so wait, what is this? Okay.
If you plant a Chinese bamboo tree, you'll see absolutely nothing for the first 4 years. 365 days, 0 growth. You're out there every day hauling water, staring at dead dirt. Neighbors laugh, saying you're watering a grave. They point at nearby trees and say, now that's real growth. By year 3, you start to doubt yourself. Is the seed rotten? This is the exact moment 99% of people quit, but they have no idea what's happening underground. That bamboo isn't dead. It's growing a massive root system in the dark, stretching hundreds of feet to handle the insane weight that's coming. Then, year 5 hits, and the miracle explodes. It shoots up an unbelievable 80 feet in just 6 weeks. Bro, that's not some random overnight success. That's 4 years of pent-up ambition debt.
That's actually so true. I've heard of that. I heard that bamboos actually do that. That's a real story. See, this is the thing. Baseplate? Yo, bro was actually spitting real facts back then.
Nating all at once. Remember, the growth that matters most is the kind you can't see.
And he had a moral of the story. He had a lesson at the end. Yo, W-mans, yo. I use this video as motivation to continue my gambling to continue my gambling addiction. Yo, after 3 years, this is the point 99% people quit. Some people will quit if they don't see improvement in 1 week. Dang, even the Roblox version of the video is peak. Nah, that's facts. W Baseplate. All right, let's see this one. This is a gorilla. Man reunites with gorilla. What?
From the moment the gorilla was born, the man cared for him like part of his family. They lived together for 5 straight years, until he eventually had to release him into the wild. It was devastating, but necessary. Fast forward 5 years, the man travels deep into the jungle and calls out. Suddenly, the massive gorilla emerges from the trees. But here's the terrifying part. He didn't know if the wild animal still remembered him. The giant beast charges full speed, and for a split second, the man legitimately feared for his life. But instead of attacking, the gorilla wraps him in a huge embrace and cuddles up to his old dad. Bro, he even introduces the man to his wild gorilla friends like he's showing off his family. And when it was finally time to leave, the silverback physically refused to let go.
Nah, that's not real. That's not real. That's so fire. Wait, is that real? The very beginning made me think that this was going to be Ivan the silver gorilla back. What? Wait. I watched it. Wait. The small gorilla jumping gave me a big dose of dopamine. Wait. Is this real? Wait. Is this real? Hold on. Silverback gorilla man 5 year later. I don't know. Oh, this man raised a gorilla from birth 5 years later, went back to find him. Nah, wait, that's fire. Yo, I'm not gonna lie, like seeing stories like this is just crazy. All right, let's look at another one. Okay, you were the one born? What? All right, what is this?
I don't think you understand how rare your existence actually is, because you being alive right now is pretty much statistically impossible. Over 100 billion people have lived on Earth, but that number is a complete joke compared to how many could have ever lived. If you calculated all possible human DNA combinations, the number is so astronomically huge, you couldn't even read it. Yet out of nearly infinite genetic versions, you were the one born. But it gets crazier. Factor in thousands of years of your ancestors' history, every random encounter, every single life choice. If just one ancestor was 5 minutes late to meet that specific person or made the tiniest different decision, the chain breaks. You would never exist. The odds of your exact timeline happening are so unfathomably low that it defies all logic, making your life one of the rarest things in the entire universe.
Aw, yo, I ain't gonna lie, he be spitting some. Let me see what the comments say. That's the thing. When it comes to videos like this, I love looking at the comments because they mean so. Like they're just awesome. So you guys don't. Bro, this is insane. Bro, this is an insane comment. What the heck? Yo, what? First time I've seen Roblox being used for knowledge. And yet someone would still try to calculate the odds of their life. Yo, oh my gosh. Yo, bro, this is crazy. All right, let's see. Okay, drop to the floor. What is this? Wait, it's a time experiment. What is that?
Why aren't we talking about how insane this guy is? In 1962, Michel Sifa descended into a deep cave for a science experiment that would completely shatter his perception of reality. He spent 2 months, hundreds of feet underground, with no clocks, no sunlight, and zero way of knowing if it was day or night. He lived in total isolation, sleeping only when he felt tired and eating only when he felt hungry. His only link to the surface was a single phone line used to report his logs to a support crew. Without the rhythm of the sun, his internal body clock completely spiraled. His days stopped making sense. Some were as short as 18 hours, while others stretched to a staggering 48. When his team finally came down to get him, he was genuinely confused and didn't want to leave, because based on his own tracking, he thought he'd only been down there for 35 days. In reality, it had been 60.
What? Wait, is that... Wait, dude, you know what's so great? Like, imagine how much people in real life right now are like in caves right now, living underground, or like living in caves, or like living in dark places where they don't see the sun. Dude, that's crazy. 60 days and he thought it was only 35? The average Minecraft run? Nah, that's real deal facts. Michael Strife didn't invent physical machines inside the cave, but what he created was far more powerful. He uncovered... Hold on, how long is this? I'm not reading all that. Actually, let me go ahead and read it. He uncovered how the human body builds its own sense of time without sunlight, proving that our internal clock, known as the circadian rhythm, can stretch and drift dramatically when cut off from the natural world. Through his isolation, he laid the foundation for chronobiology, helping scientists understand sleep cycles, mental perception of time, and even how astronauts might survive in space, turning one lonely cave experiment into a breakthrough that reshaped how we understand time itself. Let me see what someone said. Michael Strife's slow plus reverb. So basically time travel? Nah, real deal. He low-key created time travel. Nah, let me stop. Yo, all right, that's funny. All right, let's watch another one. Okay, wait, okay, what else can we see? What about after his heart stopped? What the heck? Sounds crazy.
Scientists accidentally discovered... Discovered what happens inside your brain when you die. And the answer is kind of beautiful. In 2016, an elderly patient passed away during a brain scan. And because the machine was still recording, doctors captured the first ever footage of a dying human brain. What they saw is actually mind-blowing. For 30 seconds after his heart stopped, his brain didn't shut down. It sent out a final massive burst of activity. But here's the crazy part. These weren't random signals. They were gamma oscillations, the exact same brain waves that fire when you're dreaming or recalling deep memories. This basically confirms the oldest theory in existence. Your life really does flash before your eyes. It suggests that in our final moments, we aren't suffering. We are replaying our greatest hits, your first love, your childhood, viewing the highlight reel of your life one last time.
Dang, that's crazy. Yo, can some of y'all, can anyone recall some of their greatest moments in their life? Like I know a lot of you guys are young and you were probably just born in like what, 2018, so you don't really have a lot of memories and stuff. But like, can you recall some of like your greatest moments so far? Like a kid stealing your lunch, or like you having a food fight, or like someone making fun of you because of the shoes you were wearing or something. Top tier moments, man. Nah, but anyways, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Subscribe if you're new to the channel, and if you guys want to see me do another reaction to Baseplate, let me know down below in the comments. And I'm out, guys. Bye.